Welcome to Chalk and Talk, guys. Today we are talking Trey Lance, what he does well, but mainly what he needs to fix. After watching his film, I pretty much have no complaints to his decision making on the football field, but there are some other levels of concern. Number one, his level of competition. It just seemed to me that he was bigger, faster, stronger than everyone else in the FCS. And number two, how well is that athleticism going to translate to the NFL? Is he going to rely on it? Is he going to complement it with his pass game? Who knows? Only time will tell. And then number three, this is going to be the main focus of this video. Trey Lance has some mechanical issues that he is going to need to fix. It seems to me that his collegiate or his high school level coaches didn't fix it along the way of his young career. So he has to personally be active on trying to fix these mechanical issues. If he doesn't, he's going to be way inaccurate. He's going to throw a lot of interceptions, a lot of overthrown balls. All right, so let's get chalking, let's get talking, and let's get to it. So let's get talking to about what Trey Lance does well. When I say I don't have any complaints with his decision making on the football field, I mean that he doesn't put the ball in harm's way by trying to fit a ball in a window that he shouldn't be trying to fit it in, and he doesn't make the wrong read and actually throw to the wrong guy. Majority of the time, he's throwing to the right guy, open spots on the football field. All right, so let's take a look at this play. He's going to motion the slot receiver to the other side, to trips, right? We're going to get a dig from the backside number one, curl from the tight end, and a flat from the number two, from the running back, not number two. And this slot is going to run a 5-yard out. We have a number one receiver down here, but I kind of cropped him out for copyright issues. He's going to run a go, actually. Trey Lance, I'm pretty sure, since it wasn't a man defense, so he's not going to take a look at that go. I'm pretty sure if they're in man and that corner's pressed up, he will throw to the go route. All right, so let me erase this, and let's take a look at what Trey Lance does well, right? Boom, snap, 1, 2, gets it out. Beautiful. On time, recognizes pressure, recognizes that the defense drops back and kind of flips it out to the running back, right? Boom, 1, 2, get to the 3. You see how there's so much room over here? That's the right decision. Boom. Beautiful play. So the next play I want to talk about is his timing on 50 series throws. 50 series throws is a short pass game. So I'll draw up the routes on this play. Let me get to my drawing board. I'll draw up the routes on this play. Fast forward it, right? So we got a curl, corner, flat. We have slant, and I believe it's a hitch on the front side, right? So if he's going to read this side, he's going to take a rocker 3. It looks like they're in cover 2, so he'll actually read this corner. If he's on this side, he's going to read this alley defender right here, which he does, right? This alley defender stays, we got to throw to the outside. But Trey Lance reads it so quick and he gets the ball out so quick that his receiver is able to make a move and actually go for a touchdown. This is what I love. I love quarterbacks being on time, especially in the 50 series pass game. Let's take a look at it. Play it. Go, boom, gets it out there. Receiver has time to make a move and actually get down the sideline for a touchdown, right? A lot of quarterbacks will actually hold it and try to hit that slant, right? If they're staring down this slant right here, they're going to stare down and see if this guy's going to jump in, right? And at that time, that's already too late. You have to recognize that this guy's not going to move his platform. So we kind of have to wipe him. Or if we want to throw to him, we have to throw to him as soon as he's about to make his break. Boom, right there, we could throw to him, right? But Trey Lance recognizes this guy is not skating out fast enough. So let me get it out here. Let me get it to my fast guy. Let him make a move and get down for a touchdown. Beautiful timing, Trey Lance. So we just watched what Trey Lance can do really well, so let's watch what he needs to fix. Trey Lance is actually a pigeon toe thrower, so that means he steps inside his target when he throws. He needs to step towards his target. He needs to open his toes up towards his target to allow his backside hip to really rotate through. He rotates his hip through, but he can get more rotation on his hip. That makes you more accurate, and that puts more velocity on the football, right? If you connect your right shoulder to your backside hip, when you press off that backside hip and you exchange the shoulders and swing the backside hip through, it allows you to put more velocity, and it could actually improve your accuracy. Let's see what happens here. Receiver runs a 10-yard speed out, a 5-click, boom, right? Let's see where that toe is pointed. To the butt of that receiver. He wants to point his toes out there, pretty much to where this guy is standing. This guy in the green, right? One of his coaches. He wants to throw to his coach to give the receiver some space to catch the football and get out of bounds, because this is a speed out. Let's be honest. He's not going to turn this upfield for a touchdown. You're trying to get 10 yards quick. Tom Brady loves this route. I see him throw it all the time. He always throws to the outside shoulder to the sideline to make the receiver catch it and get out of bounds. You're not trying to have a receiver have space in this route. So let's see where this ball lands. Boom. Right on his chest. So if the ball lands on the chest to the inside shoulder, the DB on this play pretty much has a play on the football. If it's inside to the chest, the DB could either knock it down, and if it's picked off for a pick six. Tom Brady threw this ball against New Orleans week 1. It got picked off and it went straight for a pick six, right? You want to be outside shoulder, not inside. Now, banking off of Trey Lance being a pigeon-toe thrower, he actually fixed it halfway through his first season. As you can see in this play, he starts to pivot on the front foot and actually point the toe to his target, that where he wants to throw the football. In this play, we're going to actually get a mesh concept. This receiver motions and he runs the mesh. This outside receiver meshes. This tight end runs to the dig area, and this number 2 on the play side runs a 10-yard speed out. This is not a preferable concept that I would like, because you're not attacking anything deep, and if you want to throw to this 10-yard speed out, now this corner has leverage on you if they're running zone. Alright, so let's see what happens. Let's check out Trey Lance's mechanics on this, and I'll show you what I mean by his fix on the front foot. So here, snaps the football, runs the mesh, throws it. Alright, so what I mean by pigeon toe, right? He steps inside his target, or if he's throwing right, his toes pointed outside his target. So his toes pointed to the sideline right there. He wants to point his toe to where he wants to throw the football. That's where he needs to point his toe and actually step through and get the backside shoulder and backside hip through. Right? But let's see what Trey Lance does with his front foot right here. I'll drag it slowly so you could see. Here, drag, watch that front foot. Boom, right there. Right when that ball's slipping out, look at where the toe's pointed now. Now the toe is pointed to where he wants to throw the football. And let's see where the football lands. Boom, beautiful. Outside the numbers, where the receiver could catch the football and actually get out of bounds. Now, when I say that he did fix it, I don't mean that he consciously fixed it. I think that naturally to him, when he needs to get mustard on the football, he'll twist on the front foot to really get mustard on the football. But it didn't happen often enough in his throwing motion for me to say that he consciously fixed it. So that's one thing that he needs to consciously think about and actually fix. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about what Trey Lance needs to fix is when he throws on the run, he seems to be open a lot. His hip is never pointed at his target. His shoulders are never pointed at his target. So sometimes he's on target, sometimes he's off. It's never really a consistent thing. So you'll see that in this video right here. Trey Lance is going to be throwing a screen. So it's a screen. You shouldn't, throw it to the ground or anything, right? But Trey Lance actually throws it to the ground. The reason being is because he's not pointed at his target with his front side shoulder. So let's take a look, right? So we're going to get motion here. This running back's going to fake like he's blocking and then get out to the flat for a alley screen to the running back. Let me erase this and watch really quick. Boom, right here. Fakes the screen out here, tries to get everyone to jump. Very good, right? Boom. But then he starts to roll a little bit. But look at where his hip is and look at where that running back is. Watch. Right? Let me drag it real quick. I'm sorry. So right here, his hip is pointed at that D tackle. He wants to get this hip and the shoulder pointed at that running back when he's rolling. If you don't get it pointed, you're going to be inaccurate. You're not going to be consistent. You might get it there sometimes, but you're going to be inaccurate. That's all I have to say. You're going to throw it to the ground. You're going to throw it high. You're going to throw it wide. This is what you're going to get if you never point your front side shoulder or your front side hip when you're on the run, right? So let's see here. Let's watch it one more time. I'll kind of play it, and let's watch it in real time, and you be the judge of it. Is he open? Is he not? Am I crazy? Let's see. Right? Fakes the screen, comes back, rolls, never points, throws it to the ground. So at this point, you're probably thinking I'm crazy, but this is another video of me showing you what I mean. So this play, we're actually going to get a power pass roll out to the so we get power, right? We get roll from the quarterback, we get flat from the fullback, we get a 10-yard out from the number 2, and we have a go from the number 1. He's actually going to throw this go to the number 1 because this corner really gets off and this guy just kind of sits down in that little window right there. But Trey Lance never gets his shoulder or hip pointed, and he never gets running downhill to throw this football, right? Let me erase these and let me show you what I mean. Let me play. Power pass, rolls, boom. He's going to throw to the sideline. Boom, never gets his front side shoulder pointed. High throw, inaccurate. Let's go back. Let's rewatch it, right? I'll kind of show you full speed, and then I'll come back and kind of commentate on it. Never points his shoulder, throws, inaccurate, right? So let's get back here to when he's doing the power pass. He actually wants to get deeper. He wants to get deeper about to the 20, so he wants to lose about 8 to 10 yards. So right here, this is probably at the minimum, but at this point, he wants to start running downhill towards his target. Once he runs downhill, he wants to point that front side shoulder and that front side hip as much as possible and really get that backside hip and shoulder through when he throws the football towards the target. He wants to run at the target while throwing it, not to the side. If you run to the side of the target, you lose your momentum, you lose your velocity, and you lose your accuracy. So you want to get rolling downhill to throw that football. Let me erase this and let me show you. So right here, you see how he starts to skate sideways. Now, run downhill, run downhill, run downhill. So if you decide to pull it down, you're actually at the line of scrimmage. Let me erase again. Boom. Point the shoulder. No. Okay. Inaccurate throw. Right? Am I crazy? Am I not? I don't know. I'm just saying he's open when he throws the football when he's on the run. Sometimes he's open in the pocket. As the next play that you are going to see, he is actually open in the pocket. The one thing that he does a good job on in the next play is that he kind of, since he's a pigeon toe thrower, he's open. So when he steps, he's actually thrown to the right spot. I'll show you. So this is the play that I'm talking about, that he's open, but since he's a pigeon toe thrower, he's actually stepping in the right spot to throw the football. So right here, this play, we're actually going to get a dig from the number 1, a flat from the number 2, an over. Actually, I think the number 2 runs the over. Let me erase that really quick. So we get dig, over. This guy runs the flat right there, right? And this guy runs a go. So we're actually seeing where the safety is going to go. If safety kind of stays, we throw this over. If he goes with the over, we throw the dig. The safety went to the over, so he threw the dig. The thing is that Trey Lance is actually open on this throw, but he steps to the right spot because of his pigeon toe throw. So let's see what happens. Boom, gets the snap. A little open. Steps. Boom. That's not a very good angle. This next angle is going to really show it. So let's get to the next. Boom. opened, right? Get to the dig. Get to the dig. He realizes that that hole is open. He sees it. Boom. You see how he's open right there? Let's get right here. He's open, but when he goes to throw, look at where that foot lands. Boom. Right there, right? Gets to the right spot. Boom. Decent ball, a little bit low, little bad mechanics, but got to the right spot. So let's get back to it, right? What he wants to do, once he gets to this position, right? Once he reads it, once his eye flips, he needs to connect his hips with his eyes. That's what Kurt Warner says. Connect your hips with your eyes, right? So if you're staring here into this hole, your hip better be staring into that hole with your eyes. So when you go to throw, you could step to that hole and throw. Doesn't, but since you're a pigeon toe thrower, right? That foot is actually going into the right spot. So that's actually not bad for him if that's what he consciously wants to decide to do with his throwing motion, right? So let's get to the next play. So there are ways that Trey Lance can fix his throwing motion to be a little bit more consistent. Quarterbacks in the NFL or just quarterbacks in general needs to be consistent with their throwing motion just so that when they do make minor changes, it actually helps out with accuracy. Trey Lance is, he's everywhere when he throws the football. He's open, he's closed, he's pigeon-toed when he throws. So he needs to decide consciously what he wants to do with his throwing motion. So if he wants to be an open thrower, he has to kind of mimic what Russell Wilson does. Russell Wilson is a very notorious open thrower in my eyes. He's one of my all-time favorite quarterbacks, but he's notorious for being an open thrower. It's not my cup of tea as a quarterback, but he gets the job done doing this. So let's take a look at this play. You're gonna get slant from the backside, slant from the backside, and then you get smash concept from the front side. Boom, right there. So let's see what happens. Russell Wilson decides to go to the backside actually on this. I'll play it in fast motion for you, and then I'll slow it down. So right here, takes the snap, boom, throws the strike, right? So let's back it up a little bit. Right here, boom, gets the snap. Looks to the left side. Look at where his hip is pointed, though. His hip is kind of pointed outside DK Metcalf. He wants to point his hip in here if he was just going to decide to throw it like that. But watch Russ's front side hip when he decides to throw this football. Look at where it lands. Boom, gets in the hole. Look at where his toes are. His toes are in the hole. Right where that ball is going to land, right? Boom, let me play it. Bang, right on the chest. So Trey Lance can do this if he decides that he wants to be an open thrower. He'll have to work on it. He'll have to step towards his target with his toes, get his backside hip and shoulder through. But Trey Lance is going to have to be very conscious about this. He can't be all over the place like in college. He has to be very conscious on what he wants to do with his throwing motion. Let's get to the next video. I'll show you a little video about Tom Brady. Trey Lance can do this with his throw too. Alright, so let's get to the next one. So this is another thing that Trey Lance can do. Tom Brady on this play pivots on the front side foot to allow him to get the ball where he needs to get it. Right? So Trey Lance can do this, but once again, he has to be conscious about it. I'll play it in fast motion for you. Let me draw out the routes really quick. We get play action. Mike Evans runs an over route right here, and then O.J. Howard runs, I call it a Superman route. Right? He runs a drag into a wheel. Tom Brady flips his hips and throws to O.J. Howard on this play. So let's watch what Tom Brady does. Play it. Boom. Flips his hips. Right? Throw. Boom. Right? Let me play it in fast motion again. Flips his hips. Throws. Bang. Threads the needle. That's why Tom Brady is one of the greatest quarterbacks. Now, Tom Brady is normally not a pigeon toe thrower. Just on this play, he does it. He actually does it a couple times, but it's not very often that he does it where it becomes a worry thing. But let's watch what his front side foot does when he throws. Boom. See where that foot is? It's kind of pointed at this defender right here. But once he throws and he's about to release it, boom, look at where it lands now. Right where it's going. Right? Threads the needle. Right then and there. So, like I'm saying, Trey Lance can do this also if he wants to be a closed thrower and kind of do a pigeon toe throw where he steps inside the target or outside if he's throwing right. But then when he's about to release the football, he twists on his front side foot to allow him to bring his backside hip and shoulder through. But once again, see, Trey Lance is going to have to be active and conscious of doing this. So every throw is that, not just 1 out of 4 throws, right? He has to be very conscious about doing it. So if he doesn't do it, you never know how accurate he's going to be. Only time will tell. So these are my suggestions for him. I'm not saying that what he's doing is particularly bad. I'm just saying if he's wanting to advance to the next level, these are the things that he has to do. He can't, he can't put this off on the side and say, hey, my athleticism is going to take over, or hey, I am a great quarterback at this point. I'm saying that Trey Lance will actively have to fix his mechanics to be consistent. He can't be, a open thrower one play and then a pointed thrower the next play and then a pigeon thrower the next play. So these are my suggestions for him. If he fixes these things, he's going to succeed. If he doesn't, he's going to have a learning curve to do. All right, so thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys tune in for the next one. I'm out.